Hi, we're back again, and we have two beautiful ladies this time, an author and artist combination. That's Janice Stevens and Pat Hunter. Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
And you're Janice.
Yes.
Glad to meet you, Janice.
Nice to meet you.
Well, we meet you.
Yes.
Hi. It's good to see you. I was just talking, I had when they sat down and I saw these books and I says, we met before, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did, was that called a show?
It was a book signing in Kingsburg.
Book signing in Kingsburg. So I bought one of their books, and believe me, and when they show you these books, you're going to want to buy them.
Well, we like to hear that.
Okay, now let's start it with you because you're the author, right?
Okay. And the artist Pat Hunter, famous artist Pat Hunter, watercolorist. We've collaborated on 8 books. We started out doing Fresno books. We have a gallery. Pat can talk a little bit more about the gallery. And then our collaboration took us to the creating the books and doing Fresno history. We do continue to do a column for Central Valley Magazine called Pastimes, which is history in the Central Valley.
Hey!
But our latest project after 8 books is this one, which is the Breaking Bread with William Saroyan. So we're real happy with this one. It just came out. In fact, this is a galley, but there aren't any mistakes on the cover. It's perfect. So the galley is being corrected, and we've got a big show coming up on Thursday the 29th. Would love to have everybody come to Gallery 2, 1490 West Shaw, Suite G in Fresno, and come to our party and help us celebrate our book launch. But Pat, what about our launch? What about this collaboration over these years of doing these books together?
Yeah, I really want to know a little bit about you before.
Okay, before we
met each other, what were you up to?
I have been up to working in the gallery with Pat. I'm an educator, teach English classes, have a lot of writing students, continue to do writing workshops with my people. A lot of them have been on this program, so I'm very pleased with this program. I appreciate the program and you and what you do for our local authors. And that's what I've done prior to this book, in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, how did you meet?
A long time ago. That's ancient history. That would take us a long time. Our kids were in kindergarten together.
Oh, okay.
And I was fascinated with Pat's art, and we opened up a business here 35 years ago or so. Wonderful. And we've been in business ever since. And besides going to the bank and depositing checks and doing the bank statement, that used to be my claim to fame. Then I got into the writing, and we collaborated. So that's kind of a condensed version, the Reader's Digest version of my life, anyway.
Well, it's fascinating. It really is. It's so great. It's hard to find a good partner. Lots of people have partners, and they don't last more than a year.
I've heard that. We get along great for the most part.
Yeah, when you get two
together.
people that are really friends, really close friends, and trust each other.
Exactly.
And then you have something as wonderful as your relationship.
Well, we each have separate roles, too.
Exactly.
Yes.
I don't try to do the art. But she's a very good writer.
Oh, okay.
Not really. But, yes, we have the division of responsibilities, and that works out great. And actually, yes, we met many years ago in Victorville, of all places, and decided we wanted to one day have an art gallery. And we've had that now for, as Janice said, over 35 years.
Oh, my gosh.
And we started out, I've always wanted to be a part of a community, wherever I happen to live. And I got into doing a lot of local history. And, of course, as things happened, I met somebody who had a McDonald's restaurant in Los Angeles and wanted to have artwork for this McDonald's restaurant. And he asked me if I would do local history from that community, which was Murrieta.
Oh.
Well, I did all the artwork, all the decor for that particular restaurant. It went on to more and more McDonald's, about 25 McDonald's throughout the United States.
Wow.
I did the artwork for.
Wow.
Well, they finally discovered us locally.
That's always the hardest.
Yes,
Exactly,
yes.
exactly. No, we do local history. And Janice, tell about how our first book began.
Well, I worked at the gallery. We both ended up here, coincidentally, kept our friendship going from Victorville. Her family was in Santa Rosa. My family and I was in Santa Cruz, and then we ended up in Fresno, my family. And then Pat's family moved here, and then that's when we decided that maybe we could put our heads together and open up a business. So how we started with the local history, Pat has always done local history, very large paintings in our gallery of local history, the Warner's Theater and things like that.
Architecture, pretty much.
Architecture,
Yeah,
she's known
architecture.
for her architecture, an architectural painter is what they've said. And McDonald's restaurant down at Divisadero and Blackstone commissioned her to do full-size watercolors in that restaurant. So in a number of our groups, we would invite them to go to a gourmet meal at McDonald's restaurant and see the artwork. And then they would tour the area downtown Fresno and see the paintings that were hanging in the McDonald's restaurant. Well, that was the catalyst to get a little bug in my ear that I thought, why don't we do a book? And so we put together the first book, which is this Fresno's Architectural Past.
These
Volume
books are so
one.
beautiful. The artwork in them is
And
just
so we did 2 volumes of that. Then after we did that, William Saroyan there was a centennial for William Saroyan's life. So we did a book on William Saroyan, Places in Time, which covered his birth and death here in Fresno, and then his places where he spent time throughout the world. So we
Wow.
created the book on that. And then our publisher said, we'd like to branch out. We are with Linden Publishing for the most part. All of our books, except this last one, are under Linden Publishing, a local publisher here. Kent Sorsky and Richard Sorsky are the principals with that. And that just kind of took us into the number of the books that we have done.
Okay, we're running a little short because we have a lot of wonderful people today. So
Yes.
again, tell us exactly what people should be going to see.
Well, let's see. There are some of the images. You can see them on the screen. But we are going to have a book launch at Gallery 2, our business, at 1490 West Shaw, Suite G, in Fresno, California, 93711. Telephone number is 559-222-4443 for any information.
And if you don't get that, we'll have the information. Just call. Thank
Great.
you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming
Thank you.
in.
Pleasure.
It's great to talk to you again.
Thank you.
And believe me, they're beautiful
Thank
books.
you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.